Hello, good afternoon, everyone. The hour of 10 a.m. having come and gone, the Housing Committee shall come to order. I'm going to read in a couple of substitution letters. That's first. Yeah. We have temporary member Kevin Olko replacing permanent member Rep. Anastava. And we have another letter from the speaker advising us that temporary member Representative Tarver will be replacing permanent member Representative Han Nguyen. With that, clerk, please take the roll call.
Jimenez.
Present.
Grant. Here. Canty.
Here.
Coffee. Here. Davis.
Which one?
Will Davis. Deuter.
Here.
Gazzardi. Hallbrook.
Here.
Lilly.
Present.
Mussman.
Here.
Rashid.
Here.
Rita.
Here.
Sanalitro. Sheehan.
Here.
Weaver.
Here.
West.
Here.
Tarver.
Present.
Olical.
Here.
With that, Madam Chair, there are 16 members present.
Thank you. With that, we'd like to ask Leader Tarver to present his amendment to HB 5424. And as we settles in, just to remind you that we have heard this bill before and we're looking to adopt an amendment. But please proceed, Representative Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee. As you said, I was before you a couple weeks ago, and we discussed really the most of what the amendment covers, but there was not actual language at that time. So the amendment does three primary things. It more clearly identifies the priority populations. Let me take a step back. This bill obviously moves from an annual to a 3-year study. Sorry, looking at my notes. And this more clearly identifies the priority populations. Again, as I mentioned before, those including those experiencing homelessness, those people needing permanent supportive housing, justice-involved individuals, veterans, survivor of gender-based violence. We had a pretty robust discussion on that last time I was here, and youth aging out of care. Second, it expands the bill's stated housing goals by addressing displacement, vacancy, and abandonment. It also keeps the, like I said, 3-year stronger planning structure, but has annual updates and annual progress reporting. So there's a long-term plan as well as long-term accountability, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Do we have any questions? Rep. Coffee?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. Just a couple of questions. Previously, IHDA had no financial interest, and now it says they can have a financial interest. Is that correct?
I don't believe that it states explicitly that it can have a financial interest, but I do believe you're correct that the original bill had more explicit language, and I think that was struck through in this updated version.
So, why was that changed?
I did not make that specific change. I do believe somebody from IDA is here and can probably speak to that, but give me 1 second.
Please introduce yourself and please file a witness slip before you leave today.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Adam Moore. I serve as Director of Legislative Affairs at IDA. Can you repeat your question? You said
Previously, it said that IDA couldn't have any financial interest, and it removed that so that it reads as if they can have financial interest.
So I think that was a concern that was brought before we filed the amendment. And so in an effort to make sure that everybody was kind of on the same page, we removed that and adopted this amendment. I believe that's what happened. I can get clarity from our legal team, but I believe in our efforts to, I think that language made folks a little nervous, and they brought that, some advocates brought that to our attention. and we removed that in this amendment. I believe that's what happened. I can get clarity from our legal team.
Okay.
But I believe that's how we got here today.
And then just one other question, is it also removes the interagency coordination? Why is that?
Can you be a little bit more specific? You mean the definition of interagency?
Well, it said that there was coordination between different agencies, and now it acts as if they don't have to have that interagency coordination, and I was just wondering.
So my understanding is part of what was done, or the primary focus was to expand the individuals and entities that would be on the task force. I don't know that it prohibits any interaction between the agencies as much as the purpose was to expand who could be involved in part of the conversation.
Okay, all right. Those are my only two questions, and if you'll,
I'll get some clarity. I'm
Okay.
reaching out to legal right now.
okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
We'd like to add Leader Gazardi to the roll. And did we have any other questions? Thank you. There being no further debate, Representative Gazardi moves to recommend the House Floor Amendment 1 to House Bill 5424 be adopted. Is there leave? Yes? Oh. There being 12 votes in favor, 5 votes opposed, and 0 voting present, House Amendment 1 to House Bill 5424 is recommended for adoption and will be favorably reported to the House floor. Thank you, Representative. Thank you, Leader. We'd like to now go to HB 4571 with Representative Deuter. We've also heard a little bit about this bill, I believe, twice before, and so we thank the sponsor for continuing to work on this issue and bringing House Amendment 1 and 2, I believe, and let us know if you want to adopt both of them.
Thank you very much, Chair Jimenez and members of the committee. We would like to adopt both of the amendments, Amendment 1 and Amendment 2. Do you want me to describe them first, or do we adopt them first?
You can present them first.
Okay. So this bill, folks will remember, we were here in mid-February. House Bill 4571 gives DuPage County the ability to activate underused land, incentivize development, preserve long-term affordability, and expand housing supply. So we mentioned when we were here in February that we were expecting, or thought it was likely that we'd come back with an amendment to include Will County. As drafted originally, it applied to DuPage County. The first amendment does two things. One, it pulls in Will County, which is what we expected. They would like to have the same ability. And then the second thing that it does is we change the income threshold. The original bill had 150% of the area median income, and we are changing that to 140%, which is consistent with what's becoming known as the standard for missing middle housing. So again, Amendment 1 does two things, brings in Will County and changes the income threshold from 150% AMI to 140% AMI. That's Amendment 1. Amendment 2 was adding an immediate effective date, which was the intention all along, an oversight that it wasn't included earlier. So that's Amendment 2.
And I'd like to mention that we do have some witness slips. We have 4 proponents, 2 opponents. The proponents are County of DuPage, Grounded Solutions Network, Icicle, and Housing Action Illinois. And the opponents are City of Pekin and Mandy Morris as herself. Do we have any questions? Representative Sheehan, and followed by Representative Grant.
Thank you, Chair. Just a quick one. So Will County is added into this second amendment. Okay, thank you.
Representative Grant?
Now I can't refer, I know. We have an opponent, one of the opponents is Wheaton, the city of Wheaton. And I was wondering, does anyone have an idea why they're opponents to this?
Representative, I think that's the first I've heard of that.
The ones that are in the record are City of Pekin and Mandy Morris as herself. That's on the record as witness slips as opposed.
Oh, so I thought you had said that the city of Wheaton was opposed to this bill.
No, City of Pekin, I probably said it too
Oh,
fast.
Pekin.
Pekin.
Okay. I was just wondering, thank you.
All right. Okay, so with that, with no further questions, there...
Hold on.
Okay. Representative Holbrook?
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Representative, so to the Will County, why was Will County added and maybe not some other color counties?
You know, I think DuPage County was the initiator of this, and this is kind of bringing their work on the cost of housing to a different spot, right? They've done, I think I said when I was here in February, starting in 2023, they put together this ad hoc committee on housing solutions that was to dig deeply into housing affordability, what are the drivers, and what can the county do about it. This bill gives them some tools. It's not the only answer to housing affordability in DuPage, but it's adding some tools that they can use. Will has not done as much work to get to the same point, but there have been a lot of conversations back and forth, and they realize the value in this, and they asked to be part of it. And we're willing to do that. We have not heard from anybody else who would like to be part of it.
Okay, thank you. So in real numbers, what does the median income at 140%, what in real numbers for Will and DuPage, what is that?
So they all fall under the same geographical area, so it's the same in both counties.
Okay.
And I knew this off the top of my head last time. Let me see if I can find the chart that has it, and I'll answer your question. I think it's in my pack here somewhere. Here it is. So for example, a family of three, 140% of AMI is 151,000.
A family of four?
Yeah, that was a family of three. Family of four is 167,000.
167,000. And so if you're below that threshold, this bill will allow that family to do what? I just want to make sure for the record what we're doing with this bill.
It's more about the abilities that the county has to be in the space. Right now, a county, any non-home rule community, if you're a home rule community, you can do any of these activities now.
Okay.
If you are non-home rule, you can do all these activities up to 80% of the area median income. We're changing that income threshold to be 140%. So what it can do, for example, acquire property for housing, transfer property to local governments, school districts, forest preserves in the state, donate, lease, or sell county-owned land below market rate for affordable housing, transfer properties to community land trust, select buyers, leases for county-owned housing based on affordability goals, not market value. It's just some examples.
So
So
it-
it gives them the ability to actively be in the space of using their land in different
So it's
ways.
just a number, a threshold that allows the local units of government more access to do these things. There's really not a benefit per se to families to receive a subsidization for housing or anything like that.
This gives them the tools, how the county chooses to use it. You know, and the county does all sorts of things that are targeted to much lower income thresholds. This sets the higher limit and gives them expanded ability to use their land and their powers in this way
Okay,
to address housing affordability.
okay. Thank you for the clarity on that. And
Yeah, of
Madam
course.
Chairwoman, no further questions.
Thank you. There being no further debate, Representative Rashid moves to recommend the House Floor Amendment 1 and 2 to House Bill 4571 be adopted. Is there leave? Just a minute.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Call his name first, because he's voting for it.
There's someone that said that might vote no.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Sheehan.
We'll be at ease. All right, we'll continue the roll.
Jimenez.
Yes.
Grant.
Yes, or no?
Canty.
Yes.
Coffee. Davis.
Yes.
Deuter.
Yes.
Gazardi.
Yes.
Hallbrook.
No.
Lilly. Mussman.
Yes.
Rashid.
Yes.
Rita. Weaver.
No.
West. Tarver.
Yes.
West. Olikal.
Yes.
There being 11 votes in favor, 4 opposed, and 0 voting present, House Amendments 1 and 2 to House Bill 4571 are recommended for adoption and will be favorably reported to the House floor. There being no further business, the Housing Committee will recess to the call of the chair.